Shine your light now. This time it's got to be good. You get it right now, yeah. 'Cause you're in Hollywood. 'Cause you're in Hollywood. Hollywood. Hollywood.
What's going on, guys? On this episode of On the Set, I'm taking a look at Send Help, featuring Rachel McAdams. We meet Linda, who's been long overdue for a promotion at the company she's working at. Recently, her boss's son Bradley has taken over as the CEO, and he's a douchebag. Another coworker of Linda named Chase is Bradley's frat buddy, and he ends up getting the promotion over her instead, even though he's not deserving of it. Also, Chase has been passing off Linda's work as his own, so fuck that guy. Eventually, a big merger comes up in Bangkok, and the only one who knows the job is Linda, so Bradley is forced to have her tag along on the flight over. During which, a bad storm causes the plane to have engine failure, and most of the douchey coworkers get sucked out of the plane. After crashing into the ocean, castaway style, Linda finds herself on a deserted island. But she's not alone. Bradley survived too, but he's badly hurt. Linda is a huge fan of the Survivor show and has been taking notes, so she's learned some survival skills along the way. She quickly makes a fort and gathers some fruit together. Meanwhile, Bradley's been knocked out, but he finally wakes up as Linda is nursing him back to health. Despite their situation, he still treats Linda like shit, as if they were still back in the office. Finally fed up with this, she ditches him and leaves him there to starve. A couple days later, Linda returns, but Bradley's stubborn and tries to make his own fort, knowing nothing about survival at all. Eventually, though, he gives up and apologizes to Linda, letting her take control of their situation. She keeps finding all this fresh fruit and fish, and has this nice knife that she said washed ashore. She even ends up killing a hog in this one crazy scene. After all that, while she's out exploring, Linda finds a rescue boat searching the area, and she actively avoids it, because she's not ready to be rescued just yet. To be fair, in her defense, there's not really much to go home to. Well, except for her bird. She had a small bird at home, which is probably dead by now. Anyway, sometime later, the two seem to be finally getting closer, and Linda even seems like she has feelings for Bradley. One night at a campfire, she tells him that her husband died due to her letting him drive drunk. It seems like it was an accident, but maybe she had something to do with it. Hearing this, Bradley cooks her dinner, but intentionally spikes her food with some poisonous berries, and then he tries to escape on a makeshift raft out into the ocean. But he doesn't make it far at all. As payback for the berries, Linda paralyzes him temporarily with toxin and pretends to cut his nuts off, just like that one scene from Hard Candy. But this was all just a power play to let him know that she's still in control. And yeah, now that I think about it, she's pretty crazy. After that, Linda's approached by Bradley's fiancé, who has shown up to rescue them. So she takes the fiancé and her guide to a narrow passage up on a mountainside where she hits the guide in the head with a rock, causing the two of them to fall to their deaths. Damn, she killed them both. I guess at this point it flip-flops and she's the bad guy now? It's confusing. Anyway, a while after, Bradley has given up hope to be rescued and is pretty much Linda's bitch. But just then, he finds his fiancé's body that washed up on shore and confronts Linda about it, which leads to a huge fight. It's a pretty intense one. She stabs Bradley and then he nearly gouges her eye out. She even has part of her scalp ripped off. When Bradley finally runs off, he finds a giant mansion on one side of the island and realizes that this is where Linda had gotten all that fresh food and the knife from. So, inside the mansion, she stalks him through some security cameras and eventually they fight again. This time with a gun aimed at Bradley, and he's forced to tell her that he loves her and that he wants to stay on the island with her forever. Yep, it's confirmed now. This bitch is crazy. Just then, Bradley tries to grab the gun, only to be beaten to death with a golf club. 1 year later, Linda is now rich and is about to have a movie filmed for her best-selling book about her being the lone survivor on the island. The end. What a crazy movie. I thought Bradley was going to be the villain, but she was definitely way worse. I expected him to at least survive till the end, but nope. And the fight scene was pretty crazy. Well, I definitely won't be flying to Thailand anytime soon. That was Send Help. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.